So TIT Jam is a week-long breast cancer fundraising effort that takes place the last week of every July for the last 6 years. TIT Jam can be summed up in 3 words. It's camp, community, and cleanse. We're camping. It's completely community-driven, and the cleansing aspect is to create a space where it's safe to be vulnerable and open up about our biggest fears, struggles we're having in life, and how parkour is the tool that we use to strengthen ourselves.
JUMPfest is a multi-day event that combines TED Talk style lectures with parkour workshops and training.
When we can find a way to operate from the why, then the how and the what sort of just fall into place.
Come with us behind the scenes as we show you what it takes to put together TIT Jam 2016.
So you guys ready for TIT Jam?
Definitely.
Time to go.
Nice. There we go. There we go. Here we go. TIT Jam. Let's go.
Lost inside my mind, I am nowhere to be found.
Alright, so we just hit Colorado City. We have about an hour and a half left till we get to Colorado Springs. We'll be there around 6:30. Long ass ride.
Trying to find the rest of my life and the things that haven't happened yet. All I know is that I'm nothing without you. You make peace with the stars, and you are my universe.
Oh god, it's TIT Jam. We're almost there.
I think you guys are gonna have a lot of land.
That looks so good.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
I come from the land of truck movers.
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the right.
JUMPfest! Yes! JUMPfest! Woo! Woo! Let's go!
Alright, after about 8 to 10 hours of driving, we are finally here. We're here to set up camp. And yonder wander.
So generally, every year, Gretchen and myself, in January is when we start putting the foundations and the plans for next year's TIT Jam and this year's the collaboration with JUMPfest. It's about 2 months of her and I communicating on the phone 3,000 miles away, just going over last year's price points and just coming up with the budget and then ultimately saying, okay, what do we want to do next year? We went from 110 last year to 175 this year. From January to about early June was the easiest this had ever been. It was as simple as spend a week at a coffee shop making the marketing materials and then slowly but surely releasing those out just to keep those feelers and to keep it consistent. The insurance for the event was already bought, 5 months in advance, and the Acacia Park, the venue for the competition, was already handled. And it wasn't until the first week of June that things started going crazy. So I get a call from Sam, who, right now we're at the dojos, but I get a call from Sam, and half of the field that we stayed at last year, asphalt, was just there one day. And Sam sent a picture and sent it to me, says, where are we gonna house everybody? Because a lot of our price points were based on a handshake and a verbal agreement. We reached out to a family that helped out tremendously last year, and they said, yes, you're more than welcome to use our land. So we started planning for that. A week and a half after that, one of Sam's students came in and said, hey, actually I have an amazing property in Black Forest. And so we went and we started making plans for that. So we spent about 2 weeks doing that, and then literally about, I want to say 2 weeks tops, more like 8 days, I get a phone call from this family and they say, hey, by the way, are you guys a nonprofit? And I said, no, we're for-profit companies. So, well, based on how we inherited the land, we can't actually take any compensation from a for-profit entity for an event. Ultimately, I got the feeling that it was like, that's more, for us, it feels like it's more hassle than it is. And I was like, I can respect that. So I was like, but now I have, 8 days to find a home for at the time, 155 athletes. So the initial family that said you can do it on our property, we went back to them and they said, something's happened, we're having some family emergencies, like we can't do it. And I was like, can I offer to pay for a hotel so you guys feel it? No, it's beyond something like that. Like we really need this space. And I said, okay, so I'm in upstate New York at this time. No cell service whatsoever. I get spurts here and there. And so when I finally get some spurts, I pick up the phone. I say, okay, Sam, Gretchen, here's how this is gonna play out. The biggest human characteristic or human trait that I pride myself on is integrity. And so if I say I'm gonna do something, no matter what the cost, like I'll make sure it gets done. So I called him, I said, look, here's what's gonna happen. I said, if we do not find this venue by tomorrow, I'm going to give everybody refunds. And because of the credit card processing fees, I'm like already looking at losing anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 there. And then you're talking about how many parents are gonna contact me about saying, hey, you need to do something about the flights that we bought. You know, there's a $350 ticket that my son bought. We've already made reservations. There's some families actually came down with their kids and they're staying in a hotel while they drop their sons and daughters off. And so I'm like, so I'm looking at personally taking, $6,000+ hit. And I said, and that doesn't even concern me nearly as bad as it would be that TIT Jam would no longer happen. Not because I wouldn't want it to, but because nobody would ever trust me and my team again. We literally just, for 24 hours straight, they just called every single thing. Craigslist ad after Craigslist ad, Airbnbs. Luckily, a kid had come last year, Cole O'Brien. And at that time, he'd only been training 6 months and is one of Sam's students. And Sam, like literally down to the wire, went, oh my God, I just remembered something. Cole's dad had actually referenced that he would be interested at some point of hosting on his land. And he picks up and he goes, yeah, awesome, sounds great. We'd love to help you, it'd be such an honor. Let me ask my wife. And I remember my reaction was like, said every dead man walking, like, so it's Carrie's the husband, Susan is the mom, and she absolutely loved the idea of it. So ultimately, by the time all that kind of got figured out, we had about 4 days. So I flew in on day 4. Day 3, Gretchen and I went to the campsite to scout it out, and it was covered with just stuff. So within those 3 days, like 72 hours straight of we had 5 acres, we had to mow, we had to build showers, we had to go through renting the porta potties, getting a massive dumpster, and just all of us just rolling the sleeves up and the back-breaking work just to make sure that this property was like on par. Naturally, I say guys don't show up till Saturday. 25 people show up Friday night.
We just got here.
Yeah, we're here now.
We're in Colorado Springs. Hey vlog, say hi to my mom. How's it going?
Good, I'm glad to see you guys here early.
Long time no see.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How's it going, my man?
Okay.
Congratulations. Thank you.
How are you?
Very much. Finally here.
Yeah, when it comes to TIT Jam, the day that we say show up, there's really no point in showing up before that, unless you want to be put to work. A day before, all the chefs that we had reached out to, last minute cancellations as well. And so it just happened that Susan O'Brien, the mom, the owner of the property, is a chef and has done catering events for 200+ people. Whips out an entire menu. She says, also I'm flying in my friends from Vegas to come help out and assist.
Today is day 1. I think the official day 1 for TIT Jam. All the athletes are arriving.
This is you guys second year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Second year? Second year. You guys are all from Utah?
Day 1 was actually the smoothest we'd ever had. So I did the airport pickups up in Denver, back and forth, hour and a half each way. Managed to do it in, we had 3 cars, each of us had to take 2 separate trips. So usually I'm doing 3 trips, so that was nice. And then Gretchen said that the registration process was as smooth as possible. So yeah, so we actually were able to kind of catch our breath there.
Oh God! We gotta do that again, but I gotta go like this and we gotta do a Cody.
He's like, man, he's like, and
We're still waiting for all the athletes to arrive. So just chill and train on this log.
Yeah.
finger on your pop gun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And put it out of your mind. Come on and get on the grind. Yeah. It's just a matter of time. 2, 3, 4. We're gonna make it easy on you. Hit it on the 1. Just a little bit of funk and swing and then 1. Don't really matter what you're doing between, cause it's 1. Let it go cause it ain't no thing, and then 1, 1, 1. Oh, no use in trying too hard. You've got to just let it come.